But now it's time for us to welcome one of last night's winners.
Yeah, Corrie favourite Daniel Brocklebank picked up not one but 2 awards yesterday evening. And as Billy and Paul's story comes to a close this week, it's easy to see why.
The symptoms you've been experiencing are very common with motor neuron disease.
I'm really scared, Billy.
Gives me a great deal of pleasure to pronounce you husband and husband.
I'll never be ready to say goodbye to you. I want to go on living for as long as I can.
Billy's lost his phone. Why don't you go and look for it?
Be as quick as I can.
Paul, there's something wrong with his breathing. He's just got to the hospital. You need to hurry, Billy. I don't know how long he's got.
Am I too late?
No, he's here. I think he wants to hear your voice.
Sorry, are you there?
Let him say goodbye.
I love you, Paul.
My salvation, my life.
Sad times.
And Daniel,
Sad
who plays
times.
Billy Mayhew, is here now.
I'm still emotional for
we
you.
can't watch it, can we?
No, especially not after a night out at the award.
It's too much. He didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
Of everything you've been through, the storyline that we've been gripped by, for that moment to happen, I mean, it's what is brilliant about how the dramas are written, the ongoing dramas, but to miss that moment, you know how much...
I know. I think, you know, for so many people, death isn't perfect. I mean, it's never pleasant for anyone, is it?
Sure.
But, you know, I think that was what we were trying to tell in that moment, because I think, you know, sometimes you can sort of make it magical and everybody's stood there and it's a beautiful send-off, but I think it's important to show that sometimes that's not the case.
Well, it's been leading up to this moment as well for like months and months.
Yeah, we started the storyline, it'll be 18 months ago now, so it has been...
It must be incredible, Daniel, because when you first get approached and say, right, this is what we're thinking for the characters, the storyline, I mean, this point must have felt eons away from then, because you've got to go through so much to get here, to finally be at this stage where the funeral and his character is dead. That must seem quite strange.
Yeah, it did. Pete and I were, when we first were told, we were like, it's all right, we've got, you know, best part of a couple of years together, but it's come around very, very quickly. You know, 60% of people diagnosed with MND do sadly die within the first sort of 18 months. So, and obviously we have the opportunity with a show like Corrie to play something out in real time.
Yes, of course. And what's the reaction been like from that community?
It's been phenomenal. I think over the last 2 years, with everything that Rob Burrow and his family have achieved, Doddy Weir,
amazing Doddy,
and our storyline, I think I've seen more awareness raised for MND in the last 2 years than I've seen in the last 2 decades. My grandfather died of motor neurons disease, and I'm an ambassador for the MND Association, so it's...
Wow, so personal.
Yeah, a very personal story to tell, which, of course, the producers didn't know when it was pitched to us. They had no idea of my connection. So it's felt very important story to tell. You know, my family have obviously been through it, so it was to tell it so publicly.
Yeah.
And to get it right.
To get it right. Well, the thing was, because I've lived through it, I knew we were getting it right.
Yeah.
So that was comforting, you know, to know that we were representing the MND community properly.
So what do we get this week then, Sharon?
Well, I'll say the story to come as well. He doesn't know he got there in time, but also is the argument over the funeral. The funeral scenes are coming up this week, and there's a slight tension with Bernie, isn't there?
There is. Well, obviously, Bernie and Billy have rather different views. Billy is much more traditional than Bernie. So, yes, there is a slight clash.
She wants to send him into space on a rocket.
She does. She does.
That's what I've loved about this storyline. It's been so well done and so brilliantly done, but it's been character, and there have been moments where you've laughed and loved it.
It's got to be. I mean, you know, it's Corrie, and I think that we always have that good balance between the drama and the humour, as life is. But yeah, she wants to shoot him up.
It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful to sit and watch, as painful and as emotional as it's been, but the two of you together have just played it so beautifully as well. So congratulations, Daniel.
Yeah, well done.
Really, really thrilled. And thanks for coming in as well after a big night.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And it was a beautiful speech last night as well. You talked about your personal link, and congratulations, you guys, on
you.
the awards.
Absolutely.
Sharon, thank you. Daniel, lovely to see you.
Thank you so much.